Morning, folks. Welcome back to the ranch. I'm gonna point at Tucky and polish his bald head a little bit, but as you can tell, I didn't turn on the microphones. Actually, I think I turned on the microphones, but I didn't turn on the receiver. So new parts, new technology, and I don't know what I'm doing. So we're up here enjoying the new view of our new floor, what the house is going to look like. We bought this 30 by 50 tarp and we laid it up here just to make sure it was going to fit, and here in a minute we are going to nail it down. The problem is it's really windy this morning, and we don't know how we're going to hold it, how we're going to keep it in place. We laid some boards down. I have no idea what I'm saying here. Let me show you the we laid some boards down to try to keep it from flopping around. We bought those roofing nails and a couple new hammers because we needed them, or at least I bought a new hammer. Tucky and I are going to just start on one end and move to the other. Man, look at that view. This is exactly where the front door is going to be. Well, okay, so right here is where the front door will be, and that's going to be our view. Now there's going to be a porch right there, but look at how awesome the view of the lake is going to be. Now there is a Ford and another Ford blocking our view, and that kind of brings it down. Love you, Jeremy. But other than that, it's going to be awesome. I think that's exactly what I said there. Anyway, I think we're going to jump into it. Like I said, we're going to pull and tighten on this tarp and get her straightened out and try to nail her down so we can move on. After that, I think we're going to start working on our 2x6 boards underneath and see what we can make happen. Anyway, I think that's about it. We'll just cut her off here. All right, we have nailed down that tarp, that 30 by 50 tarp, onto our 25 by 33 floor. So laid some boards up there so it won't flop around. All right, Tucky, tell me what you're doing now.
I'm getting ready to cut some slats in the table saw. I almost said saw table.
The saw table?
Yeah, table that saws. Unloading these trailers with these 2x6s and stacking them nice and neatly with those slats in between.
Yep. So they'll dry. This board is one of our leftover offcuts from our utility poles when we cut all the floor joists. When we were trying to figure out how to do all of this, we had lots of pieces of scrap. So we're using the thin pieces of scrap. We're going to cut them about 1.5 inches wide, and they're about, I don't know, 1/2 to 3/5 of an inch thick. And some of them are different thicknesses, but we're making sure they all match on each layer. Anyway, solid oak boards, rough sawn, 2x6, and we're going to make our walls out of this for sure. And then hopefully we're going to get my buddy Bronson is going to let me borrow a Grizzly planer and joiner, that maybe we can make some flooring out of this stuff too. We have a bunch of it. Kenny bought a shit ton, and that I believe it was a metric shit ton.
Not imperial.
Not imperial, an actual metric shit ton.
Correct.
Of boards from a railway station up in Snyder. They were left over from a pipeline that came in. These were racks, and they all had triangles of wood nailed here. And we've actually been using those for some firewood over, well, where's it at? There? Yeah, there. So, all right. Enough talking. Get back to work. Snap, snap. did it again. I forgot to turn on the receiver. I turned on both of our mics and just forgot to turn on the receiver. So one of these days I'll get it figured out. We just got done unloading all these boards. Tucky and I are just worn plumb out. Right, Tucky? Yep. I think we had to make about 10 breaks. But we stacked all this lumber. It's all rough sawn 2x6. We cut spacers and stacked it there, so hopefully it'll start drying. This is all the lumber that was left over from when we did the floor. There's still more 4x8s and stuff in there. Those are going to be used to build the porch, but this stuff will be used everything else. The walls, maybe some of the flooring, maybe even the floor on the porch. We're not sure. But I think I stacked up, I think we counted, it was 120 to 123 boards. And I'm allergic to Fords. Sorry, Jeremy. Love you. Anyway, we have another Ford over here, the old backhoe, and I've been thinking about what we're going to do for water. So there's the backhoe, and over at the camp house, the well's only about 10 foot deep, and everybody that I called to dig a well to get a quote had like anywhere from a 300 to 1,000 foot minimum, and I don't want to pay that. I'm a cheap bastard. So we're going to come over here and find a spot to dig, because at the camp house it's only about 10 foot deep, and I think that we are right under us, or right over top of a spring, and we're going to see if we can dig down and hit some water. So give us a second while we load up or get the tractor started and drive it over there.
Oops. Can I get you to carry that 5-gallon bucket over here? The one that had the hydraulic oil? Yeah, video me spilling all this oil all over the ground. That'll make all the greenies really happy. Not to mention, it's just all going to leak out of this leaky tractor anyway, so. Hey!
What do you see over there, Tucky?
I see water, sir.
You see water? I see water. That's water. Woo-hoo! How deep you say we are? About 8 feet?
Go get a tape if you want.
What?
Go get a tape.
Yeah. Let's go see how far we are before we hit water. Woo-hoo! I'm so happy. Okay, Tucky, what do you got? I dug a little bit more, 1 or 2 buckets, and while he went and got a tape. What do you think?
About 9.5.
What?
About 9.5.
About 9.5. Okay. Hey, if you look,
Maybe about 9 feet to the surface of the water.
I'm going to zoom in, let it get still, and look, you can actually see the water flowing in from the furthest part away from me, around the rocks. See it flowing? Let's see the little rivulets? Yes, sir. That's the direction that the underground river flows. So, yep, right there. That's freaking awesome, dude. Woohoo! Look at that beautiful water. Got a little oil in it from the hydraulics. Everything leaks like a sieve on this thing. It was starting to get hot because it leaks water too, but you can see the leak on the arm there. Anyway, we'll let it sit and relax. It's done a hard day's work already, but that is freaking awesome. What do you think, Tucky?
I think we need to listen to the well.
Listen to the well?
Yeah.
Oh, you can do better than that.
I can do better than that. All right, here we go.
Now that's freaking awesome. It's already, what, 1.5 feet deep?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe 2 foot deep? I know the bucket was completely underwater as I was digging up what I've got now.
Let's see how much the tape gets wet.
Okay. Well, go to the top of the water and see where our water table's at. About another 6 inches. Right there. What are you at?
9'4", maybe.
9'4". Okay. See how far underneath it goes to get wet. You may have to. I know I dropped a bunch of rocks in there on the last time, but I bet it's close to 1 foot deep.
Yep, about 13 inches where it got wet.
13 inches. 13 inches of water. So when Angie doused it, she did remote dousing, and she said that water was going to be good flow at 18 feet. And I think she actually said that she thought we would hit water at 8 feet Or no, I don't remember. I'll have to go see if I can find her piece of paper. Hey, I just dug that out of there. You're like a little kid.
Yes, sir. Well, just check out this rock over here where the water cut it.
That is pretty cool. That is very cool. The underground stream right there where we dug that out over millions of years has flowed around that rock and dissolved it and put a hole through it. That is super cool. Lots of flint and lots of river rock. A river runs through it. This one is a tiny little river. But we hit it. We hit that flow. That's a good day, Tucky. That's a really good day.
Good day, Matt.
Thank you for the help. Wish Kenny could have seen it here. Woohoo! Man, what a day. My battery only has 5% left on it, so I'm gonna be real quick, but man, what a day. We got the tarp up on the roof. We got all those boards stacked in there with spacers in it. Tucky got out here and mowed a bunch, and it looks 1,000 times better. And then we started digging with the backhoe over there, and look at the pile of dirt. But man, we struck water.
Yes.
We struck water at 9 feet, and I think we dug to 13. I need to get some more antifreeze for that old thing. It leaks like a sieve. But man, what a day. Kenny's gone. We finally got some work done.
Kenny who?
Kenny who? Who? Kenny? Anyway, Kenny, we miss you, brother, but
Yeah, we definitely miss you.
we're making it happen.
We had cold peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for lunch because you weren't here.
Yeah, you weren't here to cook our sandwiches, and I had to be a sandwich bitch. I mean, a sandwich bitch. But anyway, you guys have a great day. I don't ever do this, but if we can get to 500 subscribers, it might actually help pay for some of this. So please share, like, subscribe, do all the things in the doobly-doo, whatever you're supposed to do, make comments, and tell your friends about us. We'll have fun. Tell stupid dad jokes. Anyway, y'all have a blessed day, and we'll see you next time.